think we're good to go. Just let me know when we're live on your phone.
Do you care if Trace knocks on the door at 7:45?
I have no issue with that whatsoever. Are we live now? Okay, I'm going to turn the volume up real quick so we can do an audio check.
Are you using that for your
No, I'm not. I should have. That's smart. I'm pretty sure I should. Okay.
Yeah, I think your stuff is done.
Yeah, you can turn yours down so there's no feedback. Okay, so there's going to be a little bit of feedback. I have my phone. I wonder if I can do it through YouTube Studio, actually. Give me a second, everybody. We're field testing. Content live. Nope. Okay, that's not working. Don't know why. Whatever. Hey, everybody. It's me, the Panic MC.
Do you want to just look at mine?
No, I got it. I got it right here. Thank you, my love. Today we're making Moco, something or other. Anyway, one of the subscribers and people in our Discord challenged me to do this. It is a little bit outside my wheelhouse, so we'll be getting on that. It is kind of like it's like a Hawaiian meatloaf patty kind of thing, I guess. So anyway, we have butter, onion, cornstarch, seasoned salt, Worcestershire sauce, some hoisin sauce, some soy sauce, some garlic salt. Garlic powder. I was going to put in black pepper, but Danelle doesn't really like black pepper, so we're not doing black pepper. Would you share on your Facebook that I'm live? You should just be able to share it from the stream. So right now we have rice in the back of the oven, boiling away, getting ready. We already washed it, of course, so meantime we're just going to get some prep ready. Starting off by slicing up some mushrooms, which are optional, but I wanted to make it as true to form as I could, because the rice will be able to hang out for a bit. So I'm going to start by this nice julienne and mushies. Using that claw technique. Are we on cutting board? Thank you, my dear. Using that claw technique, right, so we don't cut ourselves, end up looking like my padre. Not that that's a bad thing. We figured it out. Knocking it over so I have a firm ground. Facing down from the front. And we'll protract it. But I see what you mean. Maybe if I just get closer to the underside of it, things out of the way. Right now we're just getting all of our mise en place. That is a French culinary term for mice in place. Mushrooms are really soft, so you don't really need too much to get through them. I don't think mushrooms need bruise, but proper technique is always important to practice. Other situations, like you do need them. Boom. Casually sliding it away. Sure. On me, please. Or we can go over here. Just doesn't matter. Good amount of wurst. Brand new garlic, not salt. Brand new garlic powder, so that's always fun. I got it. I did clip my nails today. Old school trick. Just use the knife. And then we'll go with the seasoned in the meantime, we'll just mix this all together with our hands. I did add a little bit of pork to the mix for a different flavor as well. And if I'm going to be entirely honest, the ground beef you get from your grocer is going to have pork put into it. So, not a big deal. It's really quiet. Should start playing like background music, you know what I mean? Alright. We got enough here for the 6 patties that we're working with. Take a pinch, ball it up. Don't work. Okay, calm down. And you want to make sure it's a nice, even patty. Nice and circular. Hey, buddy.
Probably should rinse your.
I didn't grab him. I grabbed him with my wrist.
I saw buzz.
Now, like I said, we're just forming nice, even patties. I'm only going to make 6 of these because the portions are going to be a little bit smaller. And the rest we'll just bag up and use for something else. I don't like wasting, but I also don't like overcooking. Just got 6 guys right here. You can cook this however you'd like. Most people, or most recipes I found for this said well done. I'm not a very well done person, but there's going to be gravy over the top, so it should be good to go. And I know it's a little weird me streaming kitchen stuff on a Sunday. I try to stick to a set schedule, but you know, life happens. I don't want it to get too. So we're going to take this over to the frying pan, which we already have at a medium heat. And you know what? I should probably pan it. That sounds smart. We are actually just going to turn it up a little bit. I didn't get as much of a sizzle as I wanted out of everything there. Didn't set up the hot sudsy water, but I am washing my hands now because raw stuff is not something you want to cross-contaminate. This is actually kind of a really cool recipe when I was looking at it. Everything was kind of one pot, one pan done. Rice is looking pretty good. I'm going to fluff that. Questions, comments, or concerns, anybody? No? Like, comment, subscribe. You've seen this after the fact. Let me know what you want to see in the next stream, you know? I'm a pretty diverse individual. Rice is getting pretty good. We're going to lower that heat down to just a simmer. This is for the beef when they're done. I'm going to grab spatula that my brother and I gave me for Christmas because they know how much I love cooking. Yeah, we're going to turn this up just a little bit more, not getting the cooking speed that we like. That one looks pretty good. Probably could have had the pan heat up more before I put food down. You live and you learn. We'll just get all those closer to the heat source, break them up a little bit. We'll leave that right on top. So what's gonna happen after this is I'm gonna grab another bowl. This cutting board is different from our last cutting board because the last cutting board has nothing on it. Now I'm just gonna cut about 2/4 of the unsalted butter that we brought with. What we're going to do with this guy, we're going to start making our gravy. Use that butter. And here with that till it hangs off. A little bit of cornstarch, which I know isn't open because I don't use cornstarch a whole lot. Curse my hygienics! Now this is just to get its thickness. You don't need a whole lot. I just washed this baby, gosh darn. I'd say probably like a 2 teaspoons to a tablespoon. You know, your conversion chart. It is 3 teaspoons to a tablespoon. And we're just going to mix this with some soy. Unsalted, because we're hard compost here in Canada. And then we're going to go in with that hoisin sauce just to give it a little bit sweeter of a flavor. I'm going to grab my whisk. Love this thing. I actually have no idea where I got it. I came in with the old house back in the day. Starting to get a good mild reaction out of this. So those first two that we flipped too early, I'm going to flip those again. Outside's cooked now, so we don't have to worry about touching raw things. The patty itself is still raw, but the outside you're good to go on. We are trying to give them a little bit of room to breathe on each other. Breathe doesn't really make sense with the term, I guess. But you don't want them all together. You want the moisture to be able to get out in the pan. I know that sounds bad. So what we're going to do, when those are done, they're going to go on the rack over there. And then we're going to take this butter with the veggies, and we're going to let those down in that same frying pan, getting all that meat out of it. And once those are good to go, we're going to add our gravy mixture, which I have on the back burner, so that butter's already starting to break down a little bit for us. It is a whole lot of hurry up and wait in this situation. You probably could just add the onions and mushrooms now. Shouldn't have flipped him. Should not have flipped him. Rice is ready, so we're going to just turn that heat all the way off and crack the lid. And then, now we got some downtime. How's everybody's day going? I hope everybody had a wonderful Halloween. I was playing Counter-Strike with a guy and I was talking about that. One guy made a carnival game for his house. I thought it was astounding. We did one of those, like a rubber band gun situation. You shot down the target, you got more candy. Not sponsored by Red Bull, but if they want to, I'm down. Just gonna let those sear away. I shouldn't have flipped them so early. If you flip them too fast, then they just don't cook. You gotta let them sit, stay, chill, relax, all that. In the meantime, I'm going to cut up these onions. These are just going to be donuts over the top. Now you're going to take it out of the rubber band that they come with.
So the browning of beef and pork and really any protein-based product is called a Maillard reaction. And a lot of people think it is the coagulation of the blood that is in beef, pork, and chicken. There is no blood in the beef, pork, and chicken. All of that is let out during the butchering process. What's up? Oh, this guy? Oh, hey! Huh. I didn't even know that guy existed. Oh, yeah, I helped out a lot. Yeah. It happens. And so we're not going to smash these down. He says that he applies pressure. We're going to give this another 2 minutes. We're going to set them outside to rest on the wire rack that we might be able to see. I'll just move the camera up. Got the wire rack right there for cooling and letting it rest. And then we're going to go in with our baby. Never done this one before. It's a little outside of my wheelhouse. I never really think of Hawaii having its own cuisine except for like spam masubi, I guess. I kind of want to try making that, but I'm not a huge fan of spam. I'm sure my dad would love it, but my dad loves everything I cook, so. Okay. I'm going to move these off onto the rack. Now normally you would hit this with some red wine to deglaze that pan and get everything up. But the butter is going to do that for us, that we already have added to our mushrooms and onions. I am keeping the mushrooms on top of the onions for just a little bit, because the onions being thicker and mushrooms being more porous, the onions are going to take more time. So we got that. And now I'm just moving the butter around. The patties aren't cooked all the way through because what's going to happen is we're going to cook these down. We're going to add our gravy mixture to it. And we're going to let that go down, and then we're going to put those patties back in to kind of give it more of a seasoning. Then we go with plating. We got cheap to go things from Walmart, and my dad's going to come pick up soon. Overall, should be pretty good to go. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what this reminds me of. You know, it's kind of like those, kind of like the Asian Salisbury steak. Well, it has gravy, but it doesn't have beef gravy. True. Now I'm getting in there, scraping off all those brown bits. Just gently stirring it around, making sure everything's on a level platform. Do we have beef stock? Nah. No, thank you. No problem. All right. Now this is starting to get good and soft. So we're going to add in that sauce mixture that we made. Waste not, want not. And you know what? We probably need some more soy sauce in it, just to separate it a little bit. That's Worcestershire. So we're going to add just a few more glugs of soy sauce, get it nice and liquidy. And plenty of flavor in there. Turn the heat down just a little bit. Soy sauce is gonna act with, or all that sauce is gonna get in with all this butter, all this gooiness. Man, that really cooled it down. Now I'm gonna make kind of just like a bed, get it all around, and we're gonna go back in with our beef patties. Beef and pork. Pork and beef. Same, but different. And then I'm going to grab a spoon and I'm just going to start getting all this juiciness over the top of them. We are going to flip them once after a few minutes, once everything lets down and reduces a little bit. And the only hard part after this is the egg, because it does get topped with a fried egg, which is why I did not put that butter away. Just going to let that go off. Grab our 6 eggs, 1 for each. Hello, Oliver. Did you want attention from Mama because she locked you? I know, Thomas is getting all I need. He doesn't want to give him attention. 6 eggs. All the boys want attention. Can't say I blame them. All right. We're good there. Now we get to the fun part. We're going to flip these guys over. Turn that heat down. Wipe off my fingertips because that got really hot. And then I'm going to set those back off on the side. Now they got some veggies on them to rest. Trying to keep the majority of the veggies in the frying pan because I'm going to put it back in the bowl that we made the gravy in. Just turn that off for now. You can use a different pan if you want for this. I like the one-pot cooking method. I'm going to get him nice and high. Show you the 420 joke there. I'm taking the other half of our butter. I'm going to let that melt all the way around so these eggs don't stick. Don't want it on a high heat, otherwise the butter's going to start to brown, which is okay because with a good fried egg, the crispy bits are going to be on the outside. Those are the best bits, if you ask me. Those are hot now. We're good. We're just going to drop our eggs in. Now, I'm doing these in a manner that makes sense to me. I like starting at noon and going clockwise. I'm going to turn that heat all the way up now. That way, I always remember which egg I put in first. Heat's on. Just let him go. Don't jostle them too much. You want all those whites to cook through and have a nice runny yolk for it. I'll grab some bowls out for me and my wife. Boom. For cleaning purposes always. See, we're on cutting board? Yeah, or we're on that. You can start to kind of see the whites are stopping the jiggle. I am going to use a spatula. And my technique is off. It'll be all right. Just, looks like these yolks already broke. Maybe I should have just broke the yolks and made kind of like a scrambled egg or an over a hard egg for it. So those runny whites, I'm just kind of trying to put back on top of it so we get the full effect. Yeah, you know what? We're going on with style. Eggs are a finicky bunch, especially when you're cooking a bunch of them at the same time. But not trying to scramble them up too much. You know, the thing with recipes is they're kind of just more like guidelines anyway. Alright, I'm calling that good. We got a nice runny scramble. Let's get plating. Rice is perfect. Where's my rice spoon? Here's my rice spoon. Just making a nice bed. Making a nice bed of rice right there. We're going to grab the patty. He's right over here.
Child cannot. No. Nope. No.
Remove the eggs from the heat. I put a good amount of gravy on top of there. Top it with an egg. And some of those green onions. Just for some color. And then if you need to flavor the rice, you can always use more soy sauce and more hoisin. But I do believe that's about it. Thanks for joining me. Like, comment, subscribe. Godspeed. God bless. Don't panic. Tell your mama I said hi. We'll be back.
Knock, knock.
Come on in, brother. Or dad. One of the two. I don't know if it's dad or Trey. Oh, it's dad. You just missed the show.
What show?
The dinner show.
Oh.
It's a big
Where are you pushing?